Hi guys, welcome to my podcast. I'm your host Osman Mura. Today's topic is artificial intelligence, and with me is my co-host. His name. Introduce yourself kindly.
Yes, hi everyone. Jean-Marie Shimwe is my name, and it's amazing to be part of this podcast.
Yeah. So our topic of discussion today is artificial intelligence in higher learning. To be specific, we'll be looking at Chatgpt. Recent research that has been done, that has been conducted, shows that almost two-thirds of students in Kenya in universities and colleges are involved in the use of Chatgpt in learning. What do you say about that?
Well, I think ChatGPT has revolutionized how students are able to access information online. It's a no-brainer to think why a student will not use ChatGPT. I think all over the country, it seems like ChatGPT is the new research machine. So everyone is using it because you get the accurate answers, you get the accurate information. So I think from my perspective, this statistic you've given is because of the value that ChatGPT is bringing to students in terms of accessing information.
Okay, so the ChatGPT, you find that recently almost the students are involved in the use of ChatGPT in exams, doing assignments, doing research projects. You find that they are doing most of the work is actually done by use of ChatGPT. Don't you feel that using the ChatGPT is a bit making students a bit more lazy, reluctant, doing more research about the works they are being assigned to?
Clearly, you've said it. Unfortunately, this is the problem we have as students these days. We are a bit, I would say, lazy and serious because, unfortunately, many students are using ChatGPT is doing everything for the students. So literally from the question to the answer directly, and this is the problem. Now that education, most of the learning, most of the exams are done online, you can imagine how much people are getting as correct answers just by writing the question and getting the answer from ChatGPT. So I think I feel it's beneficial. ChatGPT is very beneficial in terms of accessing information, in terms of refining your statements, refining your questions and answers. But this part of using ChatGPT as everything, like you put literally are not doing anything. No research, no nothing.
Because earlier on, before students came to use more of these artificial intelligence, the ChatGPT you are talking about, you find that students actually had to go to library, go read some books, go into some magazine, newspapers, journals.
Are they updated? The books?
Despite being updated, you find that they go into details, they research, they go to some experts on this part, they do more research. But now, they just log into the ChatGPT, then they put the questions there, then the exact answer they find there. I feel that this ChatGPT is making the students more reluctant, a bit, let's say, lazy, as you have said, more like feeling like they don't do much work. And like now in current technology, most learning has been transitioned from physical to online. Then I think can this is there any way that can use of ChatGPT be limited in the process of learning and doing assignment by students?
Well, I think there's a way to limit, but of course in a very small margins. As you know, ChatGPT is free on the internet. It's free for everyone. The basic one is free for everyone, really, unless you want to go to the unlimited version. So I think it goes back to the students. As students, how much do you want to indulge yourself into your studies, into your whatever it's a research or whatever, in a much more initiation in terms of you initiating everything. The limitation should be, and I think mostly teachers, lecturers should be able to detect ways of, like they should have ways of detecting ChatGPT, like this is fully done with ChatGPT. And I noticed some teachers can see that.
You mean there's a way in which someone can recognize
yes,
that
very
this
much.
assignment has been done
It's very
by assistance of artificial intelligence.
You can see that.
Yeah.
Because I use ChatGPT, but I'll tell you, I never use it to get my original data. I generate my data, my information, then I use ChatGPT to refine.
Yeah.
But if today you came with a ChatGPT direct information, someone would be able to do. Good thing. Students like us and you are very smart, so you're able to change some of the wordings.
Yeah,
but I think it's difficult.
That's what I was trying
it's
to bring
difficult
about.
to limit.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to limit. I think the limitation is to the student first.
Yeah.
Second is for the schools to try and. I think for me, I love to come and do physical exams and those kind of things. But in a new world where
as you are bringing out that point, there's one thing. Let's say, for instance, there is books. There are several books placed here for me to read and to go through it. Then here I have ChatGPT where I simply log in, put my question assignment there. Then the entire the ChatGPT, let's say for instance a research project, the ChatGPT simply does everything for me. Then I simply just speak, paraphrase, change some words.
Yeah,
then
maybe that's
the assignment there.
That's bad one.
There are also some lecturers, like for instance, there are some lecturers who are trying to feel that students are very reluctant, so they feel that it's a bit let's say annoying, or they feel that the students are very lazy, they are not doing any research. But I feel that in this current world, almost everything, let's say even government services, everything are being transitioned from physical to digital. Services are provided digitally online. So you find that if the classes are online, changing these things from let's say for instance telling someone not to use ChatGPT, I find it's like almost impossible. Once someone finds about ChatGPT, I think the best way is embracing it and accepting it's part of us.
I mean, technology is part of us, you have to embrace it. But again, I'll go back to the point I mentioned. It's about the students. How much do you want to be invested in your studies? How much do you want to be invested in your research? The only way that people are able to speak about good productions or whatever they're doing is when you take a lot of time to do it by yourself. I think ChatGPT is a good tool. But I mean, even they write there, even for them, that some of the answers might be wrong.
Sometimes when you are trying to use, they tell you that go and do more research from someone from this part, because they say that ChatGPT has no information about that. Doesn't have the information you are looking for.
Unless now you go and pay 2K per month. Are you willing to pay 2K?
Obviously, like for students at campus level,
and then you would be invested if you wanted to use the actual accurate ChatGPT. Would you pay?
No,
because you are being told that literally some answers might be wrong.
But it's someone cannot just pay for something, yet there is an option for him or her to get that service free. Even if he or she can just simply use the available services, then just try to maybe go and Google and do a bit of research, then put the answers there.
So I'll tell you one thing, and this is I think my kind of about ChatGPT. So teachers, normally when we're doing our projects, teachers would be able to detect work that you picked from a source somewhere on the internet and you've put on your document, even without having to, when they do the paraphrasing and all those things, right? This is the thing, it's the same thing with ChatGPT. All this information is on the internet. There's certain information that will always come from the internet. So if it's not you doing the work yourself, at least doing the initial work, it's very possible that teachers will be able to detect. But that is not the main point. The main point is, and as you're saying, how do we embrace ChatGPT in a positive way?
In a positive way, so that both so that it benefits the students themselves in a way, so that they feel like they are as well learning, not just some students feel like just picking those information from there and then.
No, the problem is that people are studying for the teachers and people are studying for exams. That's the problem. If you're studying for a course, like you took a journalism studies course,
Then there's that passion that's ready, willing to learn.
Yeah, but it's not a problem. Again, sometimes there's stress. Lecturers give us stress.
Yeah.
So give us the assignments late.
Yeah.
And all these things. So you have to
like
do what you have to do.
Kenyans with the deadline issue. Now, when it's like almost to say a day before, then you find someone just picking those assignments, then putting them in Chatgpt
very quickly,
and it's done.
Yes.
Yeah, though it has made process of learning easier because you can access information faster, more, and some information I can say it's more reliable because some website cannot give you certain information where one can easily find in Chatgpt. I still feel that even if the students, there is one thing about that the students need before simply about embracing this thing. The students need to have that, like you said, the readiness to learn
initial,
not just about copying from Chatgpt and pasting there in the assignment.
Yeah,
that's what's our closing, what can you say closing?
Well, we have to adapt to Chatgpt, and it's not just Chatgpt alone. There's other AI platforms that can be used for
several of them,
used for education. I think it is just how we use them in the best way possible, not using them to mine all our information and everything without doing anything from ourselves. So let's put more effort as students to work more seriously in our work and use these platforms as complementary tools for advancing our work and refining our work.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for being in my podcast, so I appreciate. So our viewers, our co-host has explained to us the use of artificial intelligence has been more rampant recently, like the recent research which has been there that showed that over 2/3 of university students are usually using Chatgpt to do their assignment, research projects, and more things they actually are involved in. So it's time they actually we embrace it and accept it's part of us, but we also accept that one should be willing to learn from Chatgpt rather than just copying and pasting information blindly from this artificial intelligence. So I appreciate for listening to us. I am your host, Osman Bura.
And I was your co-host, Jean-Marie Ishimwa.